a mainstay here in the acting scene in Singapore, what are you actively doing to help change things for the better?
Wow, that is a weighty question right there. That is that.
What can I
Woo-hoo-hoo!
do?
Woo. I'm
I
sweating from that question, Justin.
we await
I
your
mean,
response.
Oh,
that's a big question.
yeah.
That is a big question. I need some time to think about this one. One,
Mm.
I can't do anything. Right? It's not also not up to me. We have people who sit on top of the board, deciding what is good and what is bad for our audiences in Singapore. They take charge. The actors just come in and they do their job. But what I try to do with my performances is just try to push the boundaries of what makes the cut, what doesn't make the cut, how I perform, how I'm told to perform. Uh, for example, like for the flamboyant salon manager, I wanted to push the slight flamboyance of the character. I was already told to tone down the flamboyance because we can't really have an LGBTQ character on the show, but we want to try and show that he is. And I'm like, there's no trying to show. That is showing it. That is being their character. You don't tell me to tone down on the flamboyance, but you meet them on the middle ground and see how much you can push. So you what you do with the characters, you make him a typical Singaporean closet gay, like when how does he behave at home compared to how does he behave outdoors in a public setting. Most gay men who are in the closet, if you go and study how they behave at home, it's all out. I just want to be me, I want to be flamboyant. And then when you go out, oh, I need to act professional. So I tried to show that in the film. Or when it comes to Singapore, we have this thing called the CMIO objective, where it's Chinese, Malay, Indian, and others, that all these four races have to be in the film. Uh, what I've tried to do is, unfortunately, my mother tongue is the most atrocious thing you ever hear, so I can't even speak Tamil properly. So I've never done a Vasantham channel show. So what I've tried to do is, every time they have an Indian role for an English drama, everybody expects it to be like the token role. Like you have to be like the Indian man for that role. Thankfully, what I've done and what most directors have trusted me to do is they just let me be. They hired me, not. I mean, of course, they also hired me because okay, good, it's Indian, but let Kishan do it because I know he'll do it in a very different way. So I've tried to do that most of the time, where I'm trying to show brown people that hey, you can do an English show, but you don't have to play the token role. You can do it the way you want to, and build a character that is comfortable to you. You have that creativity to define your character and how you want to play in your race and how you roll. You can develop your own backstory. You can do whatever you want. So and I'm lucky enough to do that, and I'm lucky enough and allowed to do that. I had roles changed for me. I had scripts rewritten because the lead was a Chinese guy. They're letting me do it, which was quite fun, and quite privileged to know that people want to do that for me. So I think in that way I've pushed the boundaries. But if you're talking about restrictions and how we can move forward in industry, that's a tough one. That's not up to me, man. Like if I could like hold meetings with our broadcaster MediaCorp with a bunch of directors to sit down, script writers to sit down, I would love to do that. I actually would like to speak to my MP because he's apparently in charge of media in Singapore. He actually owns um, Timber Plus. He's like the owner of Timber Plus, and he's like a big advocate of the music scene. So if he can do
Oh,
that, why not do it for film, right? Why not? Why not? So I was
yeah.
like, after this COVID situation, I'll just mark myself down and have a conversation and buy him a cup of coffee and go, here's a cookie. Can you let us do our thing? Can you get it?
I would like
Get
to
out
be
of the
there for
way.
that meeting. Invite me.
Uh, if you come, that meeting is just they're gonna ask me to get out. Let me do the first one, and then if it fails, I'll call you, lah, Justin.
It's
Yeah,
because
sorry,
I'm not
you're not
from
my
here,
mentor.
isn't it? That's what it is.
No, no, it's the voice. It's the
Is
voice.
it the
Because if
voice?
you start talking, they're gonna think gonna try and rule the world. So it's like, no, just let me do it first. Let me do the brother, oh, brother. Hey, brother, you brother, I Singapore, you Singapore. Let's just meet the middle ground. Then when you start talking, it's like, shit. No, we're not gonna let him win. No, it's not happening.